So right now we're at the brand new McBean Transit Center Park and Ride, and I am joined with Patrick Bryant from the city's transit division. Patrick, what uses will we see in the upcoming future for this facility?
Well, right now we have been running all of our local transit buses through this facility. With the addition of the Park and Ride, the 282 spaces, that's going to allow us to now run all of our commuter express buses through the facility. So our residents can come and park and hop aboard a commuter express bus down to the greater Los Angeles area.
And this is a big improvement because right now some of the commuter routes, residents or commuters just have to go to a normal neighborhood street and park on the street, and this is a big improvement over that.
Absolutely. We're going to eliminate that. We wanted a safe, centrally located spot where our residents could park, leave their cars, feel good about leaving their cars, and then hop aboard a bus for a nice, comfortable ride down to LA.
And, you know, as nice as this is for commuters, as I'm sure it's also nice for the neighborhoods where traditionally commuters have been congregating. Talk about some of the other uses. So it doesn't have to be just a person that's on the transit service. It could be people that do van pools and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We welcome all of our residents to use the facility. For those folks who normally carpool, feel free to come here, park the rest of your cars, hop in the car that you're going to use for the day, take that car. If you have a van pool scheduled through one of many services who provide that, please feel free to depart from our lot. We want to make it inclusive of all of our residents, not just those who currently use our transit system or will be looking to use the transit system in the near future.
And as we stand here, this lot hasn't been open that long right now, and we do intend a high volume of use here. But when are you going to reroute all the transit commuter buses?
Well, we've got a new schedule being released January 6th, and with that new release, we are going to route each of the commuter express buses through this facility so that folks who are trying to get a trip down to Union Station or North Hollywood or the Werner Center, they can come here, park their vehicle, get on that bus, and get on their way.
And it really is a nice piece of property. And before construction was finished, we talked to one of the engineers who helped build it. But this was designed with several environmental features in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. You will notice out in the parking lot that there is permeable concrete for water to run off. We have energy efficient lighting that is set on timers and motions. We've planted a whole lot of new trees.
And I noticed there's also a public art component.
Yes, there is a public art component at the Valencia Boulevard entrance to the facility. It is called Arches, and we are glad to have them here.
And as we do when we do transit updates, we often talk about some of the new other things that are going on in transit right now. I know one of the things that you are kicking off is the use of Twitter, and this has been received very well.
Yeah, it has been. Earlier this summer, we launched the Santa Clarita Transit Twitter account at SCT Bus. We've got around 300 followers so far. We'd like to increase that. What we're looking to do is push out all of our service-related information out through Twitter so our residents and folks who use the system can get that in a very timely manner and plan their day accordingly.
And there are many ways for residents to find out where their bus is, but Twitter is a very simple way. It's an easy way, and it's also interactive. So if end users or transit customers, if you will, have a question or something like that, want to know where their bus is, this is a bit of two-way conversation?
Absolutely, and we've been seeing a lot of that, and we welcome that discussion. Thankfully for us, our residents are well engaged into the transit system. Anytime they have questions or comments, they let us know, and we are glad that they do so we can tailor the transit system to better meet their needs. If anybody wants to ask us a question on Twitter, we can usually respond to it within 30 minutes. We try and get that information out as quickly as we can. And for all you residents out there, please feel free to ask us any question you might have. We'll be happy to answer it.
So Patrick, I want to thank you for joining us. If you're out there, you'd like more information about the McBean Park and Ride or some of the social media avenues available to you, go to SantaClaritaTransit.com.